Hi, I clicked the right button. Great. So we're gonna have ourselves the second game of the night. Relax taking on NEXT.kz. And first of all, I want to introduce my co-caster, because actually I have one for this game. Vickerman, welcome back.
Hi Shiva, how you doing?
I'm doing really well. Especially because these two games, as in you missed one, shame on you, but these two games are great because there's so much at stake for actually all four teams. So the game that we just saw was Power Rangers versus Empire. This game actually has an impact on their results as well. Just to go over that real quick, because we've got 11 teams, and the top 4 of those go to the LAN finals in Moscow. We already have 2 secured seats, with Meteor Makers and Rockskiss already doing well enough to make it out to the LAN final, so that's good for them. Then we've got 3 teams, or 4 teams I actually would say, to be in a position to also still get that cake home, basically. Those 4 teams are Empire, Power Rangers, Relax, and NEXT.kz. And that's the 4 teams that are playing today. Now, Empire's played all their games, and they've got 4 losses. I normally look at these things by losses, not by wins, because some of the teams still have some games to play. Power Rangers has 4 losses as well. Relax, 4 losses. NEXT.kz, 5 losses, but because they have 5 losses, there's still a chance that they make it out, because one of the teams is going to make it to maybe 5 losses as well, because there's still some games to be played. So if, right now, if NEXT.kz...
Wait, how many does Relax have?
Relax has got 4 wins, 4 losses. 2 more games to play, including this one.
And 2 games to play. Okay.
Yes.
And Empire has 4 as well.
Yes, so if NEXT.kz win this game, Empire makes it to the LAN finals. Guaranteed.
Right, exactly. Wait, so Power Rangers, do they have 4 after the game with Empire?
Yes, they have 4-4.
Okay. And are they done, or they have 1 more game?
They still have 2 more games to play.
Oh, Power Rangers still have 2 more. Oh, so all sorts of stuff can still happen.
But one of the teams that Meteor Makers, or that Power Rangers still has to go up against is Meteor Makers, which is the team that has not been beaten yet in this tournament.
Right. It's very interesting how they're, like, untouchable in this one tournament.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at the results of Dream League, it's like, you know, turnaround world, however you call that in English. World upside down.
Well, so it sounds like Empire has a better than even chance of advancing.
If NEXT.kz win this, they're guaranteed. If not...
Right, but even if they lose...
Then there's going to be maybe some head-to-head chances going down. So, yeah, there's some gimmicky things
But obviously Empire already has the head-to-head against Power Rangers, right? Because of the game just before this one.
Yes.
Right.
True. So, Relax managed to pick themselves up a Lycan on the dire side, which is a very nice hero to have. I kind of am surprised about the... First of all, I'm surprised about the Tidehunter ban, but I'm also surprised about the Ember Spirit ban, because for example, previous game, we see him completely ignored, and we see him completely ignored more often than not lately, and if he is not ignored, he's normally banned rather than picked, so it's kind of surprising to see him banned in this scenario.
10 seconds remaining.
Definitely still a strong hero. You still see Chinese teams picking him fairly frequently, but yeah, the nerf was not insubstantial. It takes away his... it really reduces that huge power level increase that he has before he gets items, but after he gets levels. So Ember used to be this thing where as soon as he has his levels, he's extremely powerful, and then he's extremely powerful again after items. Now it's less so when he gets his levels. Still strong, but not nearly as debilitatingly strong, especially in mid lane. So I definitely understand why it's been a little less emphasized. You're right that choosing to ban it second is... becoming a little more unusual, but if you don't like the hero, you don't want to deal with it, I think it's fine. The other story is Axe these days is so popular.
Yeah. Ban out. I think he deserves a ban in this case. We know that Relax plays Axe a lot. And NEXT.kz is just still a bit of a team that wants to go for maybe a more sturdy farming hero, and you don't want Axe to kind of basically throw dust in your farming plan, which is something that he definitely can do. I like the Batrider pickup a lot, though, for them. We've seen Stalkat do some amazing things with him. Now, I'm not sure if Stalkat is actually going to be the one to play the Batrider, because there's quite a few options here. And they also are running with a stand-in, by the way. That's going to be interesting. But I like the hero, especially against a Lycan.
Stand-in for Wadafaka is a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
Wadafaka, a lot of times, is their most... He's definitely like even on heroes that you don't typically think of as playmaking heroes in mid, NEXT.kz relies on him very heavily to sort of have a solid performance and just like sort of lead the team in terms of team fight initiation and the amount of damage he's dealing. So Nose will. I don't think he'll be playing mid, but if he is, he'll have a lot to do for this team.
Yeah, in which case might be seeing Stalkat in the mid lane,
Yeah, maybe.
as he's normally the off-lane player for the team.
Yep.
Relax picked himself up a Vengeful Spirit, some extra aura for those wolves, for the Lycan. I like the hero, also promotes early rotations.
Yep.
But I'm not sure if like right now, because she needs something to pair up with, and normally I'd say maybe Chen or Enchantress. Still have a Chen in the pool, Enchantress banned out, but Chen then has to be lucky with some creeps. But right now, Shadow Demon and Sand King, a bit more aggressive support to find than just a Vengeful Spirit there, so who knows, maybe Relax cannot be as aggressive as they want to be. Could be that they want to try and run an aggressive tri-lane with the Lycan solo safe lane and then go Vengeful
10
Spirit
seconds
Venomancer
remaining.
+1 tri-lane. I would like to see that
The
personally.
Power Rangers style tri-lane.
5
Witch Doctor for the
seconds
third one.
remaining.
Yeah. Well, or
Could work.
Undying.
The AA is still in the pool.
Resolve.
Excellent try versus try hero.
True.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see what it pans out. The Avenge, I agree, it's not as ready for a scrap as Sand King and Shadow Demon. She has short range, and she's pretty squishy early on, so it exposes her to a lot of potential damage. That said, there's a lot to be said for the hero. She has this. The Vengeance Aura is pretty damn strong. It's not just working on heroes; it works on pets as well. So it's great with Lycan. In fact, Venge is great with Lycan for a number of reasons. She speeds up his early Roshan time tremendously with the power of Wave of Terror, and you already have the dire side advantage there. So it's just overall, it's a very, very excellent combination. They take the puck, which leads me to believe that it's almost certainly not going to be an aggressive try.
Yeah.
It looks like it's just going to be puck off
5
lane,
seconds remaining.
Venge top with Lycan.
I think so too. You know, speaking of waves, you said Wave of Terror, and then I got reminded about waves. Waves of popularity!
Dire team
What is going on with Darkseer?
Oh, I think we were going to say Morphling
No.
on the subject of waves.
No, waves of like, we have seen such amazing plays being done by Darkseers. It's insane how many awesome plays you can do with that hero. How many
Sure.
wombo combos, how many moments where people at home are sitting on the edge of their seat because Darkseer made a brilliant play. That's Darkseer. That's, you know,
Yep.
he's
10
back in that
seconds
regard.
remaining.
He is back.
But-
People started playing in a style and
seconds
picking
remaining.
heroes that make Darkseer make sense. Like, there was this
Reserve time.
long period of time where everybody was just playing, like, small engagement lineups. Like, all your fights were, like, 2v2, 3v3, and you just fight all over the map. And there was almost no, like, coherent laning stage, or if there was, it was, like, a 3v3. So there was always fighting. So it was both earlier than Darkseer wants. Darkseer wants that like calm laning stage where he can get farmed no matter what, and then he wants big, large five-man engagements. And those have started happening again. And so you, especially like now that Sand King is so popular, Darkseer is very good with Sand King. So
was
Undying. Maybe we will have a try versus try after all.
Yeah, I have to say I suggested the Undying because I have been running in the past Vengeful Spirit Undying Venomancer lanes, which were really fun on the aggressive tri lane. But I wasn't actually thinking he was going to be picked up, so I have to not take too much credit for that, but I will take it,
10
of course.
seconds remaining.
Guess that one right. And I actually guessed the Venomancer right as well, maybe, because he got banned
5
out.
seconds remaining.
Now, Undying
He
promotes
did get banned.
aggressive tri-lanes and promotes just
He
being
does.
aggressive, or
Reserve time.
unless Relax is expecting NEXT.kz to run an aggressive tri-lane with the Sand King Shadow
Right.
Demon +1, in which case,
Yeah.
Undying is great for
He's-
stopping an initiation by placing a tombstone and nobody will pass that.
Yeah, Undying definitely in a try versus try hero. He is completely useless in the 3v1, and in general, if you don't get value out of your Undying in laning, you messed up somewhere along the way. Like, it's a hero who really wants big engagements, and he wants them early. So it's a very odd niche for a hero to fill. There's really no hero quite like Undying, for better or for worse. It's always hard for me my problem with Undying is he does all this stuff, but it seems awful hard to like win a game with him unless the other
Yes.
team really messes up.
It's really a hit or miss kind of hero, We've mostly seen him played as support, and as such, if he misses, he's going to miss so hard that he's not going to be able to do anything in the entire game normally. So it's going to be interesting to see how that one works out together with the rest of their lineup, considering Lycan, Invoker, Puck, all three heroes, not particularly early shiners, early bloomers there in their lineup. So that's going to be a tricky one, I think, for themselves. We're also going to see how NEXT.kz is going to run this, though, because if there's an aggressive trial lane, maybe now that there is an Undying on the pool, they don't want to try for that, so... I feel like maybe they wanted to.
I'm glad NEXT.kz resisted their typical urge to just run the hardest carry available. Mantis loves playing garbage like anti-mage in lineups where it's not appropriate. And this is definitely a lineup where if they ran something like anti-mage, Relax would just be able to run over them, quite possibly, even before Battle Fury. So they didn't run anti-mage, they didn't run Morph, two of their go-tos. They went for the Kunkka, who's a much more mid-game ready person to put in your carry role, and of course the combination of Kunkka Shadow Demon is well known. Shadow Demon puts up the disruption, you put the torrent under it. I think this could work really well for them.
I think so too. It's a nice hero and even has some reference to my waves that I said earlier, so I could have actually mentioned him. It's true. Waves.
It is true.
So, yeah, I'm thinking at this lineup of NEXT.kz, and I actually have to say I prefer it over Relax's lineup, but that all becomes different if that Undying is able to make a big impact early on, because if that is the case, Relax is going to take this game, I find, with quite ease, with quite comfortable ease for them. If that Undying does well, no pressure,
right.
Dread, no pressure.
I don't think it'll be easy, but I think definitely they can do it. That's true, Kunkka does fit in the wave theme. Did you know that Heroes of New Earth came out with a river hero, so he moves like 50% faster in the river, and then his ult turns the entire map into the river?
What? Like flood?
It's actually kind of neat. I mean, I would still never play Heroes of New Earth because it's pretty unplayable, but I thought the hero concept was kind of cute.
Or what?
What's up?
It floods the map?
Yeah, it floods, so the ult floods the map and everything's water, so he can get his passive bonus on it.
Lol.
The battle begins.
That's pretty funny, to be honest.
It is funny.
Well, Rune is bottom. It's a regen Rune. Nobody wants that one. Let's take a look at who is playing what. Actually, before we do that, once again, you're watching the excellent Moscow Cup. It's a round-robin group stages. It's the last match of the night, actually. Relax taking on NEXT.kz. Important match, not only for these two teams, but also, for example, for Empire, who hopes that NEXT.kz will win, because if they do, then Empire will be secured a spot to Moscow. We're going to have NEXT.kz on the Radiant side for this map, starting off with Stalcat. He's going to be indeed his signature hero, one of his signature heroes, Bat Rider. Not going to be an easy lane for him, although I don't think he should be dying here by any means. We've got Nose still taking on the role of Wadafaka and actually going into the mid lane, so this would not be an easy lane for him, but we'll see how he does. We've got NEXT.kz Equal playing the Shadow Demon on this bottom lane. In a bit of a safe trial lane, Mantis there farming it up on the Kunkka this time, and it is Reeves playing the Sand King and already stacking and pulling and trying to make his way through the forest and getting as much gold as possible while stacking camps, I would imagine, for himself as well.
Yeah, I feel that Stalcat played this this offlane wrong here. I don't know if I necessarily agree with what he did. He's taken Napalm first, which definitely is going to do a lot of harassment on Dread, but also expose himself to a lot of damage on the other side. Dread still has one more decay available if he needs. The main thing I don't like here is I think if he had taken Firefly first, he could play the lane extremely safely, because before creep spawn, he would just go immediately here and cut this entire... If he had cut all these trees right here, he would have early warning of if Venge is coming, and that's the only time he actually has to be scared, because Venge is short range, but she's got the only stun in the lane. So realistically, unless Venge is there, he's not going to die. So right now he doesn't know if Venge is coming, but if he cut these trees, he would always see her ahead of time, and because of her short range, he would be able to get away.
Yeah, luckily for him, he was able to get a ward up still to see Venge if she is close by, if she's doing something with the creeps.
But she can still
yeah, she can still go for the element.
She can still
surprise.
curl around, yeah.
Exactly. Tame Wild in the meantime, 11 for 3 here up against Nose. Nose 8 for 2. Nose is not going to have an easy lane here. He is not, in theory, going to win this lane. So Tame Wild, I find, has a fairly decent lane that he's up against. And I don't think a lot can stop him unless we're going to see some rotations coming out from NEXT.kz. These side lanes, they were very nicely targeted. Nose actually out of mana, taking a large beating here from Tamar Wild.
Yeah, Tamar definitely very competitive in this lane. He is going the quasi-exort summonerish build. Not the most fun thing to watch, but certainly great against Templar Assassin. You have the Forge Spirit to take off additional refraction charges. Forge Spirit's still, in my opinion, the most annoying summoned unit in the entire game. They're just so annoying.
And Batrider might now be in some trouble as Vinnex is coming from the side, gets the vision up. Can he get the stun up? Nope, won't be able to do that. Sauka does have a Firefly, will be forced to use it as well. Quickly going over Relax, Windex is indeed playing the Vengeful Spirit. We've got Dread on the Undying, and they're both protecting Yoki, who's playing the Lycan. Mid lane, already mentioned, Tame Wild on his Invoker. Still doing very well, and bottom lane, Shaklo is playing the Puck, as he has not died yet, is level 3, not getting any last hits, but is getting experience, which is nice. He's actually getting more experience than the Batrider.
They're going for him.
Ooh, he's gonna be okay.
They can't quite get the range.
Oh,
they got the range,
still
but
there,
he's
but
way too far. There's no way.
Yeah.
NEXT.kz, that's equal on the Shadow Demon. Pretty slow-moving hero, unfortunately. Wasn't quite able to reach the puck in time. Mantis is farming on the Kunkka.
Oh, wait a second.
The
bat. Never mind, bat's fine. I was never
wow,
worried.
they dove deep for that. And they used Howl as well. Naturally, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Whoa.
Bats might still die.
Yeah, actually, he will die if these... Yeah, he will die. There's...
Yep. He's gonna get wolfed.
He's gonna get wolfed. He's gonna eat a tango.
Oh, no.
Actually,
Howl's
the Howl
over.
runs out. If that Howl was still on, that would have been a kill, but the Howl was not there. And there's no first blood coming out for the wolf. By the way, I already introduced NEXT.kz.
Oh yeah, you totally did. My bad.
Good morning.
Yeah, that's definitely a good morning moment. My bad.
That's okay. I kind of woke you up.
Why is Mantis not getting nearly as much farm as the carry of Relax Yoki? It's not even close.
Maybe he also just woke up. But
maybe it's like 10 p.m. there.
You don't know the times that people wake up sometimes. They're
That's
gamers
true,
after all.
That's fair.
No, but you're right.
Yeah,
he should be way higher than this. He is 25 for 10. He is 10 last hits behind on the Lycan, and both of them have got free farm because Puck is not...
Yeah.
Like, Puck doesn't have any denies or anything like that, and is not really a great hero to stop from farming. And neither Shadow Demon as well Sand King did not take any farm from the lane, so yeah, you're right. That is surprising.
It's a little weird. Maybe just, my only guess would be lack of practice on Kunkka. You do have to practice a hero's last hit animations and stuff like that before you're able to match it up with heroes like Lycan, which all the carry players in the world have been playing a lot of, and obviously everybody's very used to last hitting with him. His damage is also, his base is a little higher than Kunkka, and he typically goes quelling, whereas Kunkka typically does not, so that it's really hard to miss last hits as Lycan, really hard.
The Howl and the wolves and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Killing Blade. He's actually almost done with his... Actually, he is done with his Vlads. Now, he has got a Vengeful Spirit on his team. Not maxing out Wave of Terror, but in a way, I don't think she needs to. So that should be a Roshan secure already if they want to go with the two of them there. We'll give Dread some time to farm as well. And since he is not able to really get aggressive, Dread that is, getting some farm up is very important for him.
Absolutely. I really like this decision. This is generally what you should be doing with a Lycan, is once he gets some lane farm but is capable of jungling efficiently, you should almost always send him to the jungle, because he's going to farm it more quickly than anybody on your team can, and your team needs those lanes to do things like farm allocation for supports. It's part of the power of Lycan as a hero, actually, is the fact that after a few levels, he does not need that lane to still act like a 1, and it means that your supports can get levels and so on and so forth.
Yeah, Windex is actually making life middle a little bit difficult. They did almost counter toward the ward. I like what Equal did though, because he saw where the sentry was placed, and he knows that right now this observer ward is not going to get countered. In the meantime, on the top lane, looks like Dread is chasing down Batrider. Batrider is sitting in his Firefly though. He should, in theory, not die, especially not since Undying does not have any mana to deal with him.
Well, he has enough magic stick for one more decay. He's going to use it, so maybe actually. No. Oh, close. Took him to 22, and Dread definitely thought he had that kill. He put the tombstone down for it.
Unfortunately, peanut butter. That's a Dutch thing. It's fun.
Unfortunately, peanut butter? Is that like an expression?
Slightly. I think Dutch people will be able to appreciate it.
I want to appreciate it.
It's something.
Explain it
It's
to
something
me.
that rhymes in Dutch.
Ah.
So we just say that like, unfortunately peanut butter, but then in Dutch, helaas pindakaas.
Oh, I see.
That's funny.
Okay. So it's more just about the like sonorousness of the words and the expression.
But
okay, fair
it
enough.
sounds good in English too because it's just funny. It just makes no sense.
It is pretty offbeat.
Yeah.
Is it any particular property of peanut butter that makes it a
Nope.
particularly unfortunate substance? I mean, other than the taste.
Maybe the color.
Okay. That's
The way it looks.
yeah, that's fair enough. Fair enough.
It's fun. Hope Dutch people are able to appreciate that comment, but oh well. So far though, I mentioned in the previous game where it took us 7 minutes, or 8 minutes actually, to get our first blood on the board, and I made a case of saying, well, if you watch the rest of the tournament, with so many more kills, this is the first time that we didn't have a first blood after so many minutes. And it looks like these two teams, yeah, also kind of close. Actually, no, he's not going to be able to do that.
It has to do, I guess, with like the fact that these are not directly elimination matches, but close to elimination matches. I think you generally see teams playing much more risk averse when there's more on the line. When there's almost nothing on the line, teams will be much more clowny, especially Eastern European teams or Central Asia. But yeah, in this case, I think both teams are facing elimination. Like there was that one game, EG versus Team Liquid, Starladder 9, like America Finals, that went like 80 minutes, and there was no reason for it to go to 80 minutes. Both teams were just too scared to like do anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Teams.
I mean,
are
this is
scared.
bad for Relax. No kills by 9 minutes is always bad for the team that has the Undying on it.
Yes. Fully agree. However, they are giving him farm. He's level 6 right now, which is good. Because Lycan, as you said, he's already rotated into the jungle. He is not going for Roche just yet, which I think he can, but I guess that might be too obvious for NEXT.kz to deal with. At the same time, the good thing for NEXT.kz, or for Relax as well, is that Mantis is just not doing as hot as he might have been able to. In terms of net worth, he's still highest for his team, but there's 2 people higher on the side of Relax. Both Invoker, who now has a Hanamidas and a Lycan, and the second highest for NEXT.kz, it's the Templar Assassin. Is just quite a big difference between her and Mantis, and also between, of course, then her and the other 2 cores on Relax. It's troublesome because a Templar Assassin wants to be able to be aggressive early on and wants to be able to make some plays, and she's not going to be able to do that for a while.
I absolutely agree. She's really getting pretty dominated by Tame My Wild in the mid lane. I mean, Forge Spirits make it really hard. Howl makes it hard, but yeah, Nose is... you don't expect him to start dominating this lane at any point, especially now that Midas is on the field. Invoker's going to continue getting ahead of her in levels. Oh no, actually, he's going to take a tremendous amount of damage. He's got to put up the refraction. They might try to turn it. I don't see them getting the kill here on Tame. In fact, you should be really careful about this.
Yeah, there's a support battle going on here in the woods as Puck actually jumps himself almost up on the hill. The vision is there, apparently. Dreamcoil coming out as well. One more hit needed. That's actually going to be Bat Rider jumping in. Shaklo. First blood is the Sand King going down to the Puck still. In a way, that's going to be Shaklo jumping himself. I should be able to make it out alive. Or is he? Stalcat teleport out. Stalcat cannot do anything against that, and the teleport is successful. Turns into a 1-on-0. Where did the Vengeful Spirit go to? She already teleported out. Thank you. Yeah.
Couple unfortunate errors by NEXT.kz.
Did he burrow strike and did the tick of the Dream Coil still get it?
It sure did.
Oy.
The burrow strike triggered the Dream Coil break. In fact, if he had burrow struck towards the Puck, he would have killed the Puck and not broken the Dream Coil.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the Torrent miss was unfortunate. He started the Torrent before the TP came out, so he didn't know that Shaklo was TPing. But I mean, the downside of that is there's actually a lot of problems with that for Relax. Shaklo, who wasn't last hitting, actually has 20 last hits, and he got the first blood gold. So he's actually at 1500. He's going to get comparable timing to a mid-puck Blink Dagger in the off lane.
Scary. One thing that's scary for Relax themselves, though, is the Blink Dagger that's up on Reeves, because he might have died, but he got his Blink Dagger before he died.
Oh,
and
good for him. That's great.
important item as well. It's one of those items that can turn a game around if played properly. However, for
Level
now,
8?
Relax is just sitting aside. Is he level 8?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Impressive.
I'm just on a support. He's higher level than their Batrider is.
Yeah, he was jungling securely and pulling and stacking, getting massive farm. He was the only one to take it. Does mean that the Shadow Demon is a bit lacking. So, wait a second. Burrow Strike up on Tame Wild. Sunstrike coming out. Dream Coil as well. Tame Wild, he will go down, but perhaps he can get something in return. A Silence. Reeves goes down. Nose getting stunned up. Does not have a refraction for another 10 seconds and is taking a large amount of damage with the Wolves coming in as well. Nose still gets a double kill though as Stalcat running for his life will go down to the Invoker's 4 Spirits. 3-4-2 in favor of Relax. And actually, with 2 cores down on the set of NEXT.kz, that is not a worthy trade for them, especially not since it gives Shackler that Blink Dagger that you were talking about. 12.5 minutes in for Blink Dagger off lane puck.
Yeah, Blink Dagger done. Yoki forces a fortification. I mean, Howl is really the difference maker there.
Yeah.
Fighting like that when you know the other team is Howl is rough. And unfortunately, they weren't able to get more than a handful of kills. It was smart of them to go back in. They knew that they were dead, so they might as well get us 2 kills instead of 1 kill. So they got the Venge. Oh yeah, by the way, speaking of which, this early on, Vengeance Aura, negative Vengeance Aura actually does make a difference. And you see, he's maxing it first. This is an unusual build.
It's very, it's so much minus damage. I mean, especially for Templar Assassin. All she has
this
is her
early
meltdown
on, this
and her
actually
damage.
matters. Like later on, it really barely makes a dent, but they are unfightable right now as a team because when you combine the Undying with the fact that if you kill the Venge, your TA, like you just said, Shiva does no damage.
Oh, Tombstone goes up. Dread keeps himself up. It's Shadow Demon that dies first. The sun goes up on Nose. No refraction for him either. Boat flies in. Tries to help out. Windix is not going to die though, and it is Templar Assassin that dies. Reeves tries to Burrow Strike himself out. Will be able to blink away in a second, and therefore should be safe. There we go. Thank you. But that is Roshan taken, so success for Relax. They've got the Aegis on the Wolf, and looks like they'll be able to take a tier 1 tower off the back of that as well, because without the Batrider, without the Templar Assassin, they cannot fight. And at this point, Kunkka, even though, he's just not farmed enough. He was on a safe lane, but we already talked about that. He was not getting the amount of farm that he should be getting. And he is not going to be a carry that can already carry by himself right now.
And he went...
Oh, Blink, Burrow Strike, Epicenter up on 2. Dread and Tame Wild. In comes the Batrider as well. Does have a lasso up. Gets swapped though. And is going to get stunned up and killed off before he can do anything. Tame Wild running away on 70 health. Looks like Nose is finding his different target though. Winx doesn't have a stun. Will go down. Templar Assassin looks like he's going to be going down for it. He will have a refraction in 2 seconds. Might be enough to keep him up. Dream Coil is not up. Puck maybe looking to try and chase something. His Invoker is still around there for some reason. And is actually, they're going to try and change targets. They're going to go for equal right now. And they're going to succeed as well. Shackle on a killing spree. Nose forced back. No refraction for him anymore either. And that is going to be still the tier 1 tower by the looks of things on the bottom lane. And still a favorable trade for Relax for sure. That poor Batrider.
NEXT.kz cannot take fights. But they keep doing it. I mean, yeah, they've got Blink on Stalcat. Yeah, they've got Blink on Reeves. But the problem is, Mantis, I mean, now he's done with it, but he's gone this Battle Fury build that... I don't know. I mean, it farms. But if you're just going to play the Kunkka like an anti-mage, I guess you might as well just pick the anti-mage.
It is Mantis, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that happening, as Nose is actually... indeed, Dream Coiled up, Dread coming in to help as well, and it looks like that is going to be a kill Batrider, Flame Break, but it's all he could do. Disruption coming out, Equals trying to save his own hide, will get chased down though, but looks like it's actually going to focus on the tower more. Well, actually, never mind. Call out the Wolf, 2 shots, 3 shots, the Torrent not going to hit. Yoki dodged that deftly and is getting the kill as well. Double kill for him, still has the speed to walk away, and he's actually gonna get lassoed. Never mind.
Why?
Kill still Undying with the kill. I mean, why did Batrider go back in? There's still an Aegis up on Yoki as well, in case people are wondering why he is not more careful, but he's fine. He doesn't mind dying. He's got actually 2 recipes of his Necro. His Necro 3 is done, as Sand King goes down at the back of the fight. Where did he die? Sand King? Actually, he was down.
No, he went
top.
up. He was trying to get this tier 1.
Ugh. I mean, the tier 1 went down. Nice, but not worth it. And it's going from bad to worse for NEXT.kz.
I feel that Relax are just playing their strategy a lot smarter than NEXT.kz are playing theirs. Like, I don't know why NEXT.kz, especially Stalcat, a player I think definitely worthy of a lot of respect. He's been on the scene for a while, good offlane player, but why does he keep lassoing people that they have no hope of killing? I don't know.
Yeah, why does he keep suiciding as well? I mean, he is, to be honest, there's a lot of pressure on his shoulder because he is the one to keep this game in check because Templar Assassin is not doing enough for the moment. Kunkka is not doing enough yet either. So he is basically the space creator and he tries real hard, but it's not working out and having an off day for sure. And actually gonna go down again with the Dagon coming out from Shacklo, Dreamcoil helping out as well. That is a level 1 Dagon only, but Batrider, I guess, you know, he didn't lose that much gold because he just bought himself the Staff of History.
Sure.
But still.
Still, he's level 9. He's the only person on Dire that he's ahead of is the Venge, and he's ahead of his own Shadow Demon who doesn't even have ult. But, which makes sense because you've got a lot of players who are all behind, so they all need to catch up, which means there's no space for a poor little Shadow Demon, so... Sorry, Equal.
Yeah, poor little Shadow Demon. In the meantime, there's 2 level 3 Necronomicons on the set of Relax, and combine that with a Howl, towers will fall. And not just the Necronomicons, also of course the Force Spirit, and like this is a death ball push right now. Oh, in comes the last one. It's Windex though. We already pointed out that might not be the target that you want to kill. They do kill him. Minus armor for everybody. Aegis still gets burned, or minus damage rather, as Reeves trying to back out. It's already out of mana. Looks like Taimawal is barely making it out alive there as well. In comes Alaika looking for a target. Reeves jumps himself to the high ground. Will be living. And it looks like that actually stops the push from Relax. Or does it?
Does it?
I'm not sure. The Vengeful Spirit. Wow. The Templar Assassin just melted.
No
Kunkka still
refraction
died.
and one of her AoE hits killed the Necro.
Ah. That's why. We do
It's
have
500
Sunstrike
pure to
killing
the
off
face.
Kunkka as well. Batrider now used his lasso, only can flame break. Dreamcoil actually coming out, and the Batrider getting disrupted. Shacklo still has a Dagon that he wants to probably use. Phase shift, jumps himself, jumps himself into death. I was not expecting him to jump himself that way, but good on NEXT.kz. They will lose their tier 3 tower for sure, but maybe he can save some of the rest.
He wanted to escape because he got hit with the Shadow Demon Purge. The Shadow Demon was just able to level, so Shacklo wanted to disengage, but couldn't quite do it.
Well, that's gonna be Rax. Sand King died there as well. His epicenter off cooldown anyway, on cooldown rather. Boat flying in, might be helping out a bit here. Dread, still alive for the moment, does have an ult up again in 2 seconds. Equal getting stunned up. That Tombstone is already down though, and it looks like Relax is gonna make a run for it, or can they? Windex, again, gonna be the one to go down, reducing Mantis's damage. Let's see if it has an impact. Yoki not really taking that much damage from that Tidebringer. Batrider chasing down Taimawal, getting those sticky napalm stacks up, and Taimawal is out of mana, so he'll die. 8 to 18, and they lose a ranged Rax. No melee Rax. The melee Rax still stand. But Relax, I mean, they're still winning this fight, regardless of losing some heroes left and right.
Yeah, I mean, they lost the Puck, but the Puck is back.
Yeah, Puck, I was gonna say, Puck still here, gets a double kill. Nukes and Mantis gets the Batrider kill as well. That Dagon now level 2. Gets Burrow Strike though, and in comes Nose, and that should be safe. Blink in 1 second, we'll be able to use it, and out he is. Safe he is.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That's what you're a Puck for.
Wow.
Escape artist number 1.
Yeah. Wow, yeah, very, very nicely done by Shacklo. Gets 2 kills and still makes it out, no problem.
Oh! Nice play for Reeves. That ward paying off right there. Might be able to get a burst strike up on Dread as well. Dread being slightly slowed still. Windex is close by though, and that might be scary. Swap into stun. No more refraction for him, and Nose is dead. Wow, very much so dead. Ouch.
Yeah. The thing is, now with Dezo and Wave of Terror, when Wave of Terror is almost max, so it's taking away 5 armor, everybody is going to blow up like that. They just have such little effective HP right now.
Yep. Batrider saved by the disruption for the moment. Nice burst strike epicenter though, but is it going to be able to do some damage? Relax, I've got that mechanism up, using it as well. Nose running away. He bought back for this one. He cannot afford to die again. Nice Tidebringer coming out from that Kunkka, forcing Yoki back. He does not have an Aegis this time. Still though, these melee racks will go down as well. The tombstone scaring people from coming close by. Does it deny Rax? No says you're not gonna have that gold. Rax down nonetheless though. Equal, what are you doing there? Was that aggressive
I
first
don't know.
time? Could have been. No, it was not. Nose is still dead as well. That's gonna be another kill going the way of Relax. It is 9-23. How is NEXT.kz gonna come back in this game?
They aren't.
Well, they think they are.
There's too much armor reduction, too many Necronomicons, too much Dagon. There's just their effective HP and even their normal HP is just way too low to live through the barrage of damage that they can deliver. And they do, whenever they get a Burrow Strike Epicenter, they almost are even in a fight, but they only have one of those, and when that only brings you to almost even, it's just not enough. But I do think that's what they should do. They should stay high ground, not give away any more kills to the puck than they already have, and just try to keep farming Mantis. Try to keep. He's got Shadow Blade, so he has an escape mechanism. Although they have detection for him, so it's not a great escape mechanism. So I don't know. Farm up, defend only on high ground. Don't pick any fights that aren't on high ground. Don't try to Roche. And just
lucky.
hope that boat plus Epi wins you fights.
Yeah, get lucky with Torrents as well. Tidebringers.
Yep. Yeah, he's gonna get crit next. So he's got Battle Fury, Shadow Blade. He's gonna make the Chrysalis, and then after that, I think he should hold buyback.
Would you say that an anti-mage in this case would have been better than a Kunkka?
No, I mean if you're going Battle Fury first, maybe. But I liked the Kunkka idea. I think boat is more important than Mana Void.
Woo! Lycan still picks up the Aegis. Batrider though, he had to try. Looks like he's gonna make it out alive. Still has some vision coming out from him, but the TP, never mind, no TP for him. Gets swapped at the last second. The Sunstrike will miss. Still gets a blink out. Looks like he's still gonna make it out alive. Gets hit by, never mind. Hello, Shaklo.
I guess my question is, did he have to try? Like, it's just, you're gonna feed. Like, your odds of getting the Roche are like 10%, and your odds of feeding are like 80%.
But at the same time, if there's an Aegis on Relax, it's almost guaranteed that they're gonna make it up to the high ground and take another lane of Rax.
Maybe. I suppose so. Yeah, that's a good point.
So the pressure is on in that regard. That's a level 3 Dagon, by the way, up on Shaklo. You could not tell that this is an off-lane puck, to be honest. This is...
You really can't. He's 8-2.
Yeah. It's quite insane. Howl going out. Nice Torrent. Boat coming in as well. Shaklo will not get stunned by that one. And will actually go up on Nose. Nose who's trying to take down Windex, but... Well, Burrow Strike Epicenter is doing some damage. That is still Vengeful Spirit dead, but it's not the one that you want. Dead Mantis not able to do enough. Aegis gets burnt down. Batrider making a bit of a play. Reeves getting killed next to the Batrider though, and it's not going to be enough. And he kills himself on the Dream Coil again.
Again.
Yup. Again. Mantis bought back, by the way, so he is back in this, but he needs to get lucky. And that Vengeance Aura is going to be on for another 20 seconds. That's damage reduced by 36%. Reeves making a play. Torrent, nice Tidebringer still. Imagine what that could have been like if there was actually not minus 36%. That would have been a triple kill, I think. But nonetheless, the Wolf just goes out, and that's going to be a team wipe again. And Relax, take this game in 25 minutes. Very convincingly. And therefore, not giving Empire a free pass to the LAN finals. Relax is still in this as well.
And just as a general excellent Moscow Cup note, First Blood was at like 9 minutes, but in the 16 minutes since then, there were 42 kills.
Yes. Once the gates open, the flood comes in.
That's a good way of putting it, wow.
Yes, I was quite impressed with myself as well. Wow, I didn't want to mention that, but I was looking here with a smirk on my face thinking, wow, I actually said something smart. But, thank you for watching. The excellent Moscow Cup now has 3 teams that are still fighting for a place in Moscow. Empire, Power Rangers, and Relax. These 3 teams, they want to try and get in that top 2. The top 2 of the 3, that is, because the top 4 is going to be going to Moscow, but already 2 of those are known. So 2 spots are open for 3 teams. And one of those important games is going to be played tomorrow, with Meteor Makers versus Power Rangers, and then we're going to have Relax versus Meteor Makers the day after. So some very deciding games could still be coming up. Tomorrow we're going to start at 1800 CEST time, so make sure you tune back in then. Of course, big thanks to my co-caster. Make sure you follow him on @Vickermont, and also check out his website at vickermont.com. Any last plugins and shoutouts or things you want to say about the match and stuff before we head off?
Nope, fun match. Thanks for having me on. I'm gonna go make some breakfast.
Go do that. I'm gonna go make some dinner, I guess. Even though I don't really cook, so I guess I'm not gonna do anything. So yeah. Make sure you follow me as well on @ShiverGaming on Twitter and Facebook and YouTube and Twitch. There we go. I knew there were 4. As actually, my sister's on the task of maybe filling up my Facebook page a little bit more. So you're gonna see some pictures coming out there of things that we find on Reddit, and also we're gonna try to gather up pictures that are made / taken while I'm in Sweden, which I'm gonna go to on Sunday, and I'm super excited because it's gonna be amazing. But yeah, until then, still some matches for the Excellent Moscow Cup. And thank you for watching. Stick around for watching commercials if you want to, but otherwise there is so much Dota to watch tonight. I'm sure you can something that can fill up your Dota 2 needs. I'm sure you'll have those needs. And enjoy your night or afternoon or morning and stuff, wherever you are. Bye-bye.